Hello, everyone, and welcome back to What Team Comp? Elements in Shadow. I am your host, Uncommon Guru. Say hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Wonderful, wonderful. Mate.
I'm expecting not to talk too much this session.
That's right, he's mute right now.
Right
Is
now.
Madrino here?
Madrino.
Sorry, I did my
Magic.
mouth.
There he is.
There he is.
He was what?
Food.
Oh, I thought you said I was
Pass me
eating
some.
my mouth, and I'm like, what?
Is gaping maw.
No.
Does anyone remember how fast I said, not fast, how long I said it would take in terms of like hours to get to Emerald Towers?
619 hours.
Thank you.
I'm meticulous in weird ways.
I
I
appreciate
knew
it.
somebody would have it noted.
Because he said it would take roughly 2 months.
A little over 2 months, but yes. That being said, obviously we are still heading towards that. We did the math afterwards, and so yes, the exact amount of hours being 612 hours to get from Los Angeles to New Orleans, which is approximately how long it'll take for them to get to the Emerald Towers. Which
612 hours is only 0.8 parts of a month.
What?
I just looked up 612 hours.
Yes.
Equal to a month, it's 0.8.
Okay, but are you doing it traveling 24 hours each day?
Fair enough.
That's how I did it. I did it
Okay.
by doing it based off of you guys going an humane amount of hours each day. So that being said, let's get back to the recap. So, when last we left our intrepid group of adventurers, they had made their way to the Light Peak mountain range, going through the city of Borum and discovering a few things along the way, including that something's wrong with the history according to dwarven scholars and words in dwarven books, and that the artists who had been putting out certain wanted posters had a reflection of something behind Genasi photos. Gathering themselves together, getting ready to head out to attempt to see what they could find on the way to the Emerald Towers, they had a moment where Cheshire, upon seeing a smaller, youngerish looking version of himself, seemed frozen in place and almost lashed out at Karg when he attempted to pull him out of it. Now acting essentially catatonic, everyone has gotten into the cart. They have grabbed what they need and they are headed out of the city.
After he got in a fight with a wall.
After he got in a fight with the wall, yes. The wall won.
I mean, yeah.
So, you guys are heading out of the city. Who is driving the cart? Is there anything you
That
guys
was
are planning on
Karg.
doing? Probably Karg, of course. Is there anything you're wanting to do while you are traveling? Because it's going to take you a long time to get there.
Kaleido's gonna practice her herbalism kit proficiency and try to make a potion.
Roll Herbalism Kit Intelligence.
And I use just my straight modifier, right?
If you're not proficient with it, yes.
Okay. That is a 10.
Okay. That's including the
Oh
modifier?
wait, my intelligence?
Yes.
9 plus 3, that's 12.
12. Okay. You don't make a potion. You're not sure what it is you've made.
Oh.
If you want a guinea pig, just give it to Ellie. She's stupid. She'll drink it.
Wait, what did you just try to make?
She tried to make a potion. She got a 12. It's not the right shade of red. It's just... It
Wait,
looks
a
a little
healing
off.
potion?
Yes.
She tried.
Yep.
Wait, is she proficient in herbalism?
No.
Nope.
She's trying to.
Got it.
Yep, she's
Practicing.
trying, but yeah, it's not looking quite like a healing potion.
Alright, can she try again?
I'll say she can try again. You are going to be running out of herbalism supplies pretty quick. You'd have to restock at the next town.
I mean, yeah, but it's practice, so
Mhm.
15.
Okay. It's looking a lot closer to what you'd expect from it. Essentially, it's not going to be as strong as a standard potion of healing. Essentially, it's a minute potion of healing. So it does 1d4
Yeah.
plus your charisma modifier.
Oh shit, cool.
Actually, would it be charisma? Yeah, because you had to imbue it with your wisdom and magic to that. So I'm letting it be charisma for this.
Okay,
So
can I
still
just
decent.
call it? Can I just
Minute.
call it a minor healing potion then?
I'd say minute, just because there is the standard healing potions are they minor or are they? One
They're
second.
standard.
We might be able to call it minor. 1 second. Push. Elemental PQR. Not that far. 1 second here. Yeah, you can call it a minor healing potion.
Alright.
Yeah, just want to make sure they didn't have minor in the name of any of the other ones. So yeah, that works fine. Alright, and Shuffle, Cheshire, you said you were going to be catatonic for a week, right?
What?
No. He's going to not talk for a week.
We're gonna not talk for a
Still
week.
moving.
He's going to be catatonic for the first day.
Of course.
Second day, he won't sit down.
Mhm.
As in, he will only be walking around with his blade out, basically getting ready to protect the card.
And Karg has you essentially walking alongside the cart, where it's one of the places where it's most easily and readily able for you to jump out should anything happen. Day passes. Nothing occurs. Next day passes. Continues on. Everyone can mark off on their sheets that they've currently used 7 days worth of rations.
I'm just eating some of that fucking dino jerky.
Before I was gonna say, I'm like, I have no rations. I need some jerky.
Yeah, Kaleido too.
So mark off that you're eating the jerky. Make sure.
I
So
have
7
rations.
pounds.
Yes, you do.
So 7 pounds of jerky, or
Essentially.
I eat a pound a day.
And if all of you are eating it, I would presume you're eating a lot. I mean, it's not exactly going to be the healthiest diet, but
They all have jerky, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
So
I'm
I
saying-
take 7
Oh, no.
pounds of my own.
I
That's
thought
what I'm
I thought
asking.
you said your. I didn't realize you said your own. My apologies.
No.
How much does a ration weigh? Might actually be 7 pounds. 1 second. Let's see if it shows the weight ration.
I thought a ration was 2 pounds.
Yes, so it would be 14 pounds then.
Jesus Christ! I need to hunt. How does
Yes, I remember.
Am I stupid here?
No,
Am I misunderstanding how much shit weighs?
no. Rations are 2 pounds. I just double checked. So yes, that'd be
No,
correct.
I'm saying it blows my mind that person eats 2 pounds a day. For some fucking reason. I don't know, it just seems like a lot in my head. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how shit weighs, that's what I mean.
You're fine. 1 second, let me check something else real quick. Yeah, it doesn't have that yet.
Also, yeah, Don, I'm absolutely doing the thing that I told you about like 7 days.
Which thing?
Remember I told you Ellie was gonna point something out about Karg,
Which thing?
gesturing heavily to the group behind him.
Ah, yes.
How is this cart designed? Before I say exactly how she's sitting.
It is, seats up front, where the person who is seated up front can direct the horses, or rather the mule, with the cart immediately behind it.
Okay, yeah, that she is sitting in what looks like probably the most uncomfortable position ever because she's halfway upside down in the front seat and the rest of her in the back.
That is incredibly uncomfortable, but go on.
have a question for you. She's like tugging on his pants leg.
Yes.
You want to explain why you're acting like all these people here are your kids? You've gone like full dad mode. And I don't mean my dad, which involves, punching, kicking, training, and loudness. I mean like nature dad, I guess, whatever. I don't know how to describe it.
It's fine. Just... regardless of what we do, we're traveling with them. If they don't want to be with us in the future, they can choose to. I hope they don't. But that's their choice. Until such a time, regardless of how old they may be, how wise they may see themselves, someone's got to make sure that they take care of themselves and that we take care of each other. And knowing most people tend to forget a lot about both of those things.
She squints at him when he says that.
He stares right back at you. You do too. Don't deny it.
What's a call out?
Yes, it is.
So that someone just has to be you.
No, it doesn't have to be me. I'm just doing it. The fact people are following along is what's surprising me, but I'm not against it. Just trying to help.
So is this like the backwards thing that Mom talks about where I have to read into stuff to get it of you wanting kids?
No, this is not any kind of backwards thing. This is just me being very plain because I know that you prefer things to be made as simple as I can.
I hate people talk in circles.
I know.
Me.
He pats your head.
She's like rolled over at this point and made it even more uncomfortable looking because now the tender meat of her stomach is on this thing.
Yep, he pats your head. I know. They're good
So-
people, but
Officially adopted a group of a changeling, a human, a tiefling with PTSD,
good man.
and a potentially 300-plus-year-old.
I'm not gonna try and guess rage. That'd be rude.
Hey, Elisha, how old are you? Oh, chill. Yeah. There you go.
Old enough to know better, young enough to do it anyway.
So 200?
Maybe.
Yeah, she's 200. She's
I'll
at least
take
100.
your word on that.
You're very pretty for someone who's that age.
Thank you.
Zook fully moves up to the car's seat. Front seat, driver's seat, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Kaleido leans over to Card and is like, "Hey, Mr. Card? Is it Card or Karg? I'm so sorry."
Karg.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Mr. Karg, excuse me.
Yes.
Got this thing that helps me make healing potions, and I don't know how to use it though. Can you help me? You heal and stuff.
I heal. Yes. I don't use a herbalism kit.
He's really useless when it comes down to mixing stuff.
Okay.
Mixing things. I do other things. That's more my sister's thing.
You have a sister.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but she's so...
So lucky.
Pretty.
Oh, pretty. Who, Ellie?
Oh, your
What?
sister. Here, she's talking
never
about
s-
your sister, about Karg's sister.
You were cutting in and out. That's what I was asking. He's just
Okay.
like Ellie.
Not me.
No,
are.
you said you had a sister. I was talking
Yes.
about her.
Oh, she's a hellion.
Oh,
I don't know what that
she's
big
a-
word means.
She's a literal wild child.
Oh.
That actually makes her a really hot commodity.
He like turns and stares at you, just like, why would you betray me like this?
Okay, Elisha.
I don't know why, but imagine the more Kaleido does this, the more she drapes across the person.
No, she does. She's draping. I literally had in mind that she's like trying to drape across Elisha's lap.
Yes.
To be more gnomish.
Alright, we got
Please.
some time.
Yay.
Ellie just
Kaleido's
looks
gonna
at
keep-
Karg and mouths the word children.
Kaleido's. I said this in like the chat on Roll20, but she's gonna ask Elisha like for a little bit of time every night to like try and learn it.
Of course. Karg just like covering his eyes, just like, focus.
Definitely for the first week.
Yep, we made it through the
If
first
you
week.
get close, if you get close enough to Cheshire, you hear a faint humming sometimes.
I mean, I imagine that it could be heard late at night when nothing's happening.
It's not constant.
Yep, just
I mean,
occasionally.
there's also the fact that Ellie's kind of hovering. Because she just well, I won't say just, but she did watch you literally leave a dent in the...
You punch stone. This is a thing you did.
And you are not the Juggernaut. So, yeah, she'll probably hear it. She won't say anything. I join.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. So after the first week has come to an end and we're beginning the second week.
Girl,
Yeah.
I was hoping to do something myself.
Yes.
Keep going through that book.
Again, it's again going over a lot of just theories and hypotheticals and such like that, but it is giving you a better understanding bit by bit, which is quite fascinating. Obviously, with your ability to sleep for hours and then just be able to go dig in again, you are getting quite a good ways into it, but you have to backtrack at several points because at certain points it'll give like a little bits of information, then a little flash of like some rune or something where it'll essentially be explaining that. And when you go back, you're like, wait, hold on. Oh, that makes a lot more sense in context now. So that means that because there's as you've been going through, you've noticed that there's like an underlying text that it looked like just a border on the bottom of each page at first, except that it had constantly like shifting little patterns that went through it, which the more you're going through it, you're realizing it that it's discussing some sort of arcane constructed language using arcane symbols to try and describe something or another. You're not sure what it is exactly because just trying to get it where you're at now, it's mumbo jumbo. It is currently still something that is going to take you time to decipher.
Okay, but what I've got so far is that someone was trying to create their own language. Arcane sigils, essentially.
Mhm.
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
Which at one point it says that if I can find the meanings of these sigils, I'll be able to increase the speed at which I produce my work. Doesn't specify what the work is, just my work.
So if they master these sigils, it'll expedite whatever work they're doing.
That's the theory. You're not sure if it
Okay.
actually expedited anything, but the running theory is that it does that.
Interesting. Okay.
Alright. Anything else anyone else wants to do during the week?
I got a roll or anything to like see how if the experience I get with like herbalism or gnomish.
I'm guessing you're not trying to do them at the same time. And obviously you're trying
no,
not
but like
to
yeah.
run out of resources before you learn more about
Yeah.
your herbalism stuff. Excuse me. I will do my best to keep track of that with you to make sure that we don't run out of that. I'll let you know when you actually start becoming more proficient with it.
Okay, cool.
Right? Anything else?
I think that's about it.
I was kind of
You kind of what?
whenever you would join I was preoccupied when she was talking. Whenever you would join Cheshire and humming, he would like almost you would see he realized he was doing it, and then he'd stop for a while.
She'd stop. She's still rocking back and forth. She'll just wait for him to start up again. She's not facing him. Kind of looking at the sky while she does it.
Fido doesn't actually talk to Cheshire, but she does, like, sit and sleep near him.
You know him; he wouldn't do anything about that.
Yeah,
She's laying down next to him. Cool.
just keeping watch.
Elisha would also sit near him, not too close like Kaleido is probably doing, but a bit more of a respectful distance.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Keep the space of
Mhm.
Jesus between us.
So
Like a
worried.
middle school dance.
Jeez.
No.
What, you guys never been to a middle school dance? Leave space for Jesus.
No, they banned me from the middle school dance because of my
What?
grades. Yeah, because of my grades. I couldn't go to it.
Rude.
Story later.
Anyways.
Ironically, despite this, my friend still snuck me in.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, oh my gosh.
I mean, we didn't care. The principal was a fucker.
Moving on. Not reliving all of that.
I lost the drawstring to my bag, and now I'm scared I'm gonna open it. There it is. The drawstring is black, which blends in with my sheets.
Probably not a good idea to take it out, but I know you probably.
But
didn't
no,
need
I'm not
to.
trying. I'm not trying to remove it. I'm saying like I can't see it, so I'm scared of grabbing the bag and opening it by grabbing the wrong end.
You're fine. You're fine.
Excuse me.
You're excused. Alright, so. Anything else?
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Is there a weird way that I can teach myself Dwarvish by like writing down the script that I know, so that even if I take off the belt, like I'll know what this means?
You know how to read and speak Dwarvish, you don't know how to write it. I think that's a specific thing about the belts. I will double check.
That makes no sense if I know how to read,
Hold
but I don't
on.
know how to write the.
I'm looking at it. Belts. Belts. Belts? Belts. In addition, before that. After that? After that. You can write Dwarvish. My apologies. My apologies. I misread that. I thought it was just speak and read it. So yes, you can write it.
Familiarize myself with it. That's what I was trying to fucking
You're fine.
find the word for.
Yeah, I'd say you can start working on that. So you just have did you buy any papers to be able to do that with? Or ink?
God damn it!
Yeah.
No,
This isn't the time when charcoal pencils
I'm
can
rummaging-
just, do
I'm
that.
rummaging through Karg's bag.
You're looking through his bag? Okay.
There's no paper. I already know it's a rough shop, but damn it.
What do you mean he doesn't have paper?
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Who do you think is, doing any of this stuff for you guys? He bought paper and ink while you guys were in the
Secretary.
place. I'm just like sitting here like, this whole time he's had this stuff. You just haven't asked him.
I haven't thought to. I don't usually go through this stuff.
I mean, to be fair, when you finally do, he's just like, "Oh, did you need to borrow something?"
I mean, now I do.
All right. Like, what do you need? Grabs the bag, kind of pulls it up,
Paper,
pulls out a piece of parchment, offers it to you.
pen.
Pulls out a pen, offers it. Hold on. Pulls out an inkwell. Please
Thank
don't
you.
spill this. It's expensive. Hands
I'll
it to
be
you.
careful as I can be.
I know you will. Just, it's expensive, and I'm poor. I need
Try
make
and
it
learn
last.
something.
No, I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying, just be careful.
Also, I gave you 12 gold.
Yes, you did. I remember.
Not
I'm
poor.
still poor.
You're not poor.
Hold on, let me see actually how much that had cost him before, because this was before he had spent the rest of his money to get down to basically no gold. How much is parchment on its own? 'Cause I know how much books are, but how much parchment? I remember doing this. Yeah, it's
I would
only-
imagine blank parchment is a little bit cheaper than books, simply
Oh yeah,
because, I mean...
by the sheet it's a silver a page. It's the ink. Yeah, one
Isn't ink
1
like
ounce
5
bottle
gold?
of ink is 10 gold.
Jesus!
Yeah, the ink pens are like copper, but the ink well itself, and that's not even the good ink that's used for wizards. That's why they require like 50 gold per level. That's
Y'all think
expensive.
so, boy? Y'all ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah, wizards they need gold.
Yeah.
That's why most
Yeah,
wizards
they
do
do.
magic tricks.
Sure, let's go with that.
I know.
I got the reference. I'm just like, I don't want to acknowledge it, but at the same time, that was good. Shh. First week goes by. Cheshire starts coming out of it more. I'm not going to say he says anything just yet. That's up to him. Because the week has passed and you guys have not been accosted. It's actually been fairly wide open plains because you're going in a direction that doesn't lead you back directly to the forest. So you're not having to worry about that again.
Guru,
Yes.
I'm rolling hot. I'm still rolling hot.
Are you serious right now? Did you roll another 17?
In the teens,
Jesus.
What'd you roll?
base 14.
Okay. In which case, you are fine. You did succeed.
Well, not fine's a strange word, but
Fine's a
yeah.
very strange word for it,
Fine
but
is-
yes, you
Fine
are
is subjective.
you are okay.
You're stabilized.
Yeah, so you are coming out of it and you're actually starting to relax again. You're not feeling that tension behind your eyes anymore.
He's not a zombie.
Let's see here. Yeah, this
I have so
works.
much.
Hmm?
I have so much crap on my freaking bed.
I'm not gonna ask.
No, like just books and stuff.
Yeah, no worries.
And I'm trying to shift everything around so that I can get comfortable. That's why I said that.
Good.
Move, puppy.
She's got a pepper. Pepper loves her mama. Where was my... Did I bookmark it? Should have. There we go. Oh, that's why I was finding it. It's hills, not grasslands. Is it grass? No, you are in the grasslands right now. You haven't hit the hills. That's why. Alright, so let me see here.
That makes me worried.
About what?
Don't play, Chloe.
I can play as coy as I wish. Oh boy.
Fuck you.
There we go. Ooh. Alright. 4 more days pass. On the 4th day, so I'm going to make sure to count that. Don't do anything. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to mark that down for 3 full days. Because on the 4th day, as you're going through the grassland, Who is there? Anyone who's like keeping watch besides Cheshire, who said he is essentially marching beside the cart to try and keep an eye out on things?
I
I
would be
will too.
trying to.
Because I know Kaleido is currently probably poking at her herbalism kit, trying to make sure she understands everything there. Possibly asking Alasha to bounce gnomish words, trying to see if she can get her gnomish working properly.
Hmm.
That sound about right?
Probably.
Kaleido?
Guys!
Oh no, she said BRB. I thought she was
Oh.
back.
Hmm.
So we'll say that that's what's going on for the time being because she had to BRB.
Hmm.
So Ellie and Cheshire, I need you both to roll me perception checks.
Yay, let's fail this shit.
Also,
What's my perception mod? Or if you don't mind me asking?
Let me just use my dice, fuck it.
mod
That is a 12, friend.
+2.
15 then.
Ooh.
Let me look. Do I have anything? Yeah, I do have +2. So 14.
I mean, I don't really know why I rolled for the other two, but that's fine. Off in the distance, as you're going over, it's grassland, so it's not necessarily the most, oh, I could hide behind anything sort of terrain. Off in the distance, you see a overturned cart that has a large form picking through some of the different stuff, as well as 3 other forms that are just like shoving things around as well.
I'm gonna poke Karg and point towards the big thing.
Let's see if he knows what that is. Nature check. Pop. 15! He does know what that is. Ogre. If we don't want any trouble, we should try and move our way around. Kind of starts moving the cart a little more off-road.
I just imagine, like, Ellie's just slowly taking her great axe out and he just pushes her hand back down, like, no.
It's like the child drawing her sword on the sibling pushing the sword back in.
If Cheshire wouldn't have rolled okay on that wisdom save,
Mm-hmm. This would be very different, I am aware.
Do I notice this at this point?
I'd say that you hear the word ogre, so you could probably peek over and see her.
Mhm.
See it.
Okay.
I was referring to her by saying Ellie, not the creature. My apologies. I was thinking Ellie. Over-explaining. Moving on. But yes, you would be able to see this creature. It looks like it's sitting down as it's going through some stuff, as the other 3 are just like holding up various little items, little knickknacks and things as they're, just looking things over.
Do they notice us?
Two of them do.
Oh boy.
Oh.
They seem to be like making
should
motions to the other
ask!
two.
I mean, if we hadn't asked, then he could have just surprised them with us. Surprised
Fair
them.
enough.
They're like motioning towards, and you see the ogre like slowly like look up, lean up slightly, grab the side of the cart, and push themselves up.
Mhm.
As they start walking on their way over,
He approach.
with a
She approach? I shouldn't assume.
he approach.
He approach.
Cheshire starts walking in this direction.
Shenanigans.
Oh dear.
He walks up to you.
I'll follow
dude,
Chester.
How close do you get?
I hop out of the cart, but I stay like.
Well,
10
his
feet.
mask is out and he's ready to put it on. He's just not gonna stop walking unless it says something.
Kaleido's following Cheshire and Ellie.
I'll come within 5 feet. Hello! Hold out my hand.
Hi. holds out a finger and pokes your hand and just like shakes it up and down.
I'm Ellie. Who are you?
I am Bumble. Who you are? Squints down at you, just like slowly like leans down, puts a hand on his knees as he kind of getting like just above your level, but he's a big guy, probably a good 15 feet tall. Just
Well, that's Cheshire. That pretty lady is Lasha. The cute small one is Kaleido. And then the two over there are Dove and Kark. And they're really shy around people bigger than them, so they wanted to stay over there.
Whoa. Scared. Bumble no scared.
Yeah, but they're not used to big people like I am. I mean, Kark might be because he's big himself, but he also wants to keep Dove and us safe.
Dove is very tiny. He like holds up 2 fingers as though trying to measure her height. He's just like very tiny.
Oh, right, they're all so small. Except for Cheshire.
Cheshire has the mask basically. It's strapped around his neck now, and he's just ready to like tighten it any moment to make it sit right on his face.
Snap them on those cheeks. I getcha. You travel. You go. Kind of he like makes like a motion, basically saying anywhere in that direction. Like he has no idea where you're going. He's just like that way.
I'm gonna point in the direction we were originally going. Because I don't know exactly which direction that is. I know it was like northeast, I think is what you said.
So, east-northeast. So you're going predominantly east in a northeasterly slant. So you're not going directly east, you're going slightly north.
Okay, so I'll point in that direction.
You're moving toward the hills.
Mm-hmm.
Are you quick-feeted or are you smart-witted?
Um,
Don't let him bother you. You hear a kind of gravelly voice say from behind. Bumble has a very, very hairy person walks out. Kind of got a bit of a smushed face, but a little bit barren of hair, with long hair that, like, when they hold up their arms, like, kind of just dangles. They do have humanoid presence with individual digits for their fingers, and when they grin, it's full of like canine teeth, but it's soft enough that you can tell that they're trying to be, disarming, essentially.
right.
You're another ogre or is it a troll?
This one is smaller. It is about as big as Ellie, maybe a little bit longer, with gangly arms and.
Bugbear, got it.
We're looking to do a trading business. We're scavengers, you see. Lucrative stuff you can find when people get thrown around by the giants up to the east. Hill giants are a sore and sorry lot, but they've been doing a lot more tossing lately, and we've been finding some good stuff. If you're interested, we can sell you some stuff. Yeah?
I mean, it depends on what you have. We don't have
Customers.
a lot of money.
We don't need a lot of money. We like to trade. If you got something that's shiny, little baubles, we can trade for that. I'll go get some stuff. Bumble, watch the customer. Kind of gives him this look like, don't tell me what to do. And he like looks back here like, fine.
When he looks back at Ellie, she gives him like this bright grin, like, hello.
He kind of like gives it like halfway, like very weak, just like, hi. The bugbear, as Butters guessed, runs back to the place. No, give me that. You like shout, no, we need to save this. No, give it.
I was gonna turn around towards the cart. They're okay!
I don't believe you.
Get over here!
Cheshire just stands there. He doesn't take the mask off his neck.
I like your jacket. It looks warm. He looks down at himself like he's wearing like a. It looks like he's had probably a good 10 potato sacks sewn together to make a shirt.
Cheshire seems to be like half paying attention to what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. And he just like looks down at his shirt, just like, I need to find it.
I can't make a shirt, but if you had metal, I could make armor.
Kaleido is next to Cheshire at this point, and she like pokes his hand gently.
If it's more of you doing like friction, he would feel the friction.
Oh, she's just
So,
trying to like make sure he doesn't spook him.
Yeah, he'd like, because okay, just going on a quick tangent real quick. The way that the thing works is Pain can't really feel friction and that kind of stuff. Can kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would look over to you,
Tries
just down at you,
to hold his hand.
just kind of nods and looks back at the thing.
So like while the big furry guy like gets the stuff, I wanted to for what I did, like you know.
Mm-hmm. That being.
Oh, she's trying to not. She's like saying that she's sorry for the whole shape-shifting thing, but she's trying not to mention it directly in case it triggers him again.
That's smart.
He just kind of goes like under his breath, kind of goes, "It's fine."
Then she stands, just waits for the guy to get back.
It takes maybe 2-3 minutes, and when he's coming back, like he's definitely using his long arms to his advantage, because he's got them all like wrapped up in his arms, like, don't worry, I got it. Kind of just gently starts kind of spreading things out, just like one at a time. Alright, we got all sorts of stuff here. We got brewery supplies right here, big bag of them. Like pulls out a backpack that looks like he shakes it to make various brewery stuff. Looks like it's a homemade brewery set where it's meant to be put in like a backpack.
You can't brew anything.
That's okay. I can't brew anything either. I just throw stuff in there and see what happens. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's interesting. Like slides it to the right. We've got a wheel. Pulls out a basically just a cart wheel. Just like very useful in case you lose a wheel. You never know. Sets it down. Just like if you don't want that, that's okay. What do we gotta pulls out a backpack and you hear little like stuff clanging together like gently. Gives it like then it gives like a little rough, just a rough. Still good. This is a backpack. I don't know what's in it, but it's got stuff in it.
You didn't open it?
It spoils the surprise. Gives value to things that we don't care about.
Just blinks at him.
Well, I got this thing, and then Kaleido like reaches out with the flask of alchemy fire.
Oh Jesus Christ!
It's no wait, actually like don't touch it like too roughly because it'll like set on fire and like kill everyone here. But can we trade this for the backpack?
It'll set everyone on fire.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
He takes it and he very gently hands you the backpack.
Okay.
I'll have your
Thank
fucking
you.
backpack.
He's like sniffing the bottle, just like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Slowly puts it down.
Kaleido looks inside the backpack.
I'll look with her.
It has a couple of jars in it that are
Oh.
they've been what's clinking together, which the jars have they're what's been clinking together. In between the jars, there's like a shirt that's wrapped around something that's been wrapped up in the shirt or cloth rather.
Pull that out, because why the hell not?
Okay. You reach in, kind of just push it aside and pull out a jar of ink.
Ah!
We did it, boys.
See? Stuff we don't care about. I don't even know how to write. Oh,
The 2
where's the-
jars.
Ow, my hand. Ow, ow.
Careful!
Ah, I'm fine. I just hit my hand with my other hand. I don't know how I did that. My hands are against me. It's fine. They do that all the time.
You have to train them by making them fear you.
You're right. Words of wisdom.
I love playing the dumb one.
Love him so much.
Shuffle puts away. Not shuffle. Fuck, I did it too. Cheshire puts away his sword.
Cheshire is smiling his head like, these motherfuckers couldn't fucking hurt a bowl of fucking soup.
They hurt themselves by smacking their own hands together. He like starts going through a few other things. This here's he holds up you all know this to be a lamp. He just looks at it just like it's kind of gives it a little shake and he hears like water sloshing. He's like, it's a thing that you hold water in. I don't know why it's not full. I think you have to fill it up with more water.
I'm gonna pull out a match and light the fucking lamp.
He watches you light and pull out the match. He's like confused. Lets you open it up, put the match in, and poof, as you close it, he just stares at it, just like,
Here's what it does.
we're keeping this. Do we?
You can keep it.
I have a question.
Oh, do the jars
sorry.
in their backpack have anything?
No, I know. We'll get to that.
Okay.
I wanna. He opens it up. He like reaches in like to grab the fire. Like
Don't!
The last one.
Hmm?
There's 3 beings, right? Look from far away.
Yes, 3 beings like himself. Which 2 of the others are like looking over the cart, just like peeking over it, like.
I'm making sure we're not getting raided when we're not paying attention.
Yeah, right
Talking
now
down on the.
they're hiding behind the cart that's overturned at the moment. Like they're like taking defensive positions, just like.
I'll blow out the fire for him and then give him like 4 matches.
He takes him. He's like, this isn't right. Not right. Hold on. He puts the matches like he puts it into the lamp and just closes it like. Starts digging through some of the stuff. He pulls out a pot. Here, trade.
For the lamp? Oh, for the
No,
matches.
for the matches.
What's
I'll
the pot?
take the pot.
Yep. He hands you a pot. It is an iron pot. Essentially, you can use it to cook with.
Oh, iron. Dang it.
What were you hoping it was?
Okay. Ceramic.
That's not ceramic.
I'll take that.
I can melt down the ceramic pot and use it for actual.
Right.
I can melt down the iron. Hell.
Mhm. See? See? We work by trade.
If you don't mind us resting here, I could probably make something for you. I can't make anything that's really useful, but I can make something that's pretty.
What do you want for it?
Nothing. She looks confused when he offers to give her something back.
He looks confused when you say you don't want anything for it. He's like, that's not how trade works.
It's not a trade, it's a gift.
What?
Well, if you meet someone and you want to give them something, then you give them something without getting anything, and that's called a gift.
You got any porcelain?
What's porcelain?
She'll point to his mask. You know that brown stuff that you find in the ground? Not dirt, the other stuff. That you can kind of like turn into something like this. And she'll hold up like the iron pot. It's called clay. I think.
He like just holds up his hands and is like, I don't know.
But here, I'll look through the stuff that you have, see if we can find anything made of clay, and that'll be our trade for the knife. If you really want to, trade.
Shh. Do we have anything like that?
not, I'll find some.
He's just looking it over. It's like, eh, eh. Going through it. Going through it all, he doesn't seem to have anything ceramic. All the stuff he has is either made of leather or iron. He does pull out just a backpack. It looks like it was emptied of anything, but it's a backpack that he like. I got a bag. That's not that.
I'll be right back, and I'll head to the cart. Cart.
No, we can't get knives. Knives are ours. We have knives. Knives are ours.
Oh right, we own these knives.
Ours. Nice. Yes. Oh, wait. Yeah, so you head over to Karg while he's still going through some of the other stuff.
They're salesmen.
He's gonna roll a history check on that. You can roll one as well, actually.
Okay.
Never heard of them before in my life.
Is that a 9 or a 6?
You'll
a
tell by
7
the
with the bonus.
7 with the
Or
bonus.
no, excuse me, 8 with the bonus. -1.
What? I'm like 7 with the bonus. Oh, no, 8. Okay, I was confused there for a second. Okay.
Right, I'm like, what? Wait, no, I don't have a -2 anything. Hang on.
Yep, you. This seems really cool to you. Karg's just like, never heard of anything like them before.
They gave me ink. They like to trade stuff.
He holds out his hand and takes the ink.
They said that apparently they're scavengers, and that they scavenge stuff when, I guess, the hill giants get really pissed and throw stuff around.
Takes a sniff of the ink, corks it back up the tree. He's like, ugh.
It's ink! What did you expect?
I don't know. Maybe it was poisoned. I don't know. I'm paranoid.
Would you be able to smell poison?
Question:
Yes.
Is it actually writing ink? Because I found like it would be hilarious. It was like, oh no, it's squid ink. You can't use that to write on paper. Or at least it wouldn't look good.
I mean, he wouldn't be able to tell if it was squid ink because he's not from the ocean. But you know, he just smells it. It smells like ink, so far as he's aware. So he's just like,
Why would you think you could smell poison in ink?
ink's a bad place to put poison anyway.
Yeah, because no one's gonna drink it.
You're thinking. Never mind. So they're traders.
Yes,
That's it.
scavengers and traders. One of them's named Bumble. He's really big, and I want to see if he can fight.
He like looks at you, slowly looks at the ogre, slowly looks back to you. Uh-huh.
He's grinning.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So we're gonna be staying here for tonight.
Of course we are.
Doesn't even put up a fight anymore.
He doesn't know
You
what to
see
say.
Wait get out. You see Wait get out to the cart as Cheshire is just laying in the cart as he told you.
Chester's just like dump.
Cheshire's just like, they don't have what I need.
Kaleido's looking at the backpack.
Jars.
There's 3 jars, not 2, by the way.
Okay.
There's 3 jars around the inkwell that you've already removed. And they're like, yeah, we don't care about that. Looking inside the jars, 2 of them are empty. The 3rd jar has some spices in it.
Spicy.
Appears to be appears to be salt, which is very good for like preserving foods and such like that, which is very useful. Also, can be rather expensive if you don't have a lot of it, and it's just like a full ounce jar of it. Or not ounce, pound, full pound.
Yeah,
jar
I was about
of
to say, I'm like, when you say
Wrong
jar,
thing.
I think mason jar.
Mason jar, yeah, a pound's worth of salt.
That's a lot of salt.
That's a lot of salt, but they sell it in bulk, so
Sell everything in bulk if they can.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
Scavengers.
I mean, to be fair, the scavengers didn't know there was salt in there. They didn't care. And they just want trade. Gold means nothing to them. They want stuff.
Cheshire is laying down with the mask fully on at this point, by the way.
Gotcha.
I'm heading back to Bumble.
Okay. We're back.
Bumble. I have a favorite. How well do you fight?
Kind of looks back at the other one guy and he goes like the guy holds my hand, is like, and his mom was like, not as good as the giants. The giants, they push us around like big bullies.
Can we spar?
I guess we can.
Anyone
spar.
at the card just hears this very. It's more normal tone because of the distance. They just hear this. Yes. Kaleido's ears and Alosha's, however, probably ringing.
Because they're right next to her. He kind of blinks. He's like, "Are you sure?"
I mean, like, wait.
Okay.
Ellie,
Yeah.
Ellie, he's like really big though. I don't think you should fight because
But think about it. If he beats me, I'm not strong enough. If I beat him, I'm stronger.
I mean, yeah, but you could like pull a muscle or something, or like break a nail.
That sounds painful.
It
She holds up her
Break
her fucking nails that are blunt and close to the bottom.
She makes sure her nails are really filed down.
Oh.
Oh no, she chews them.
Oh, she.
There's a habit.
Well, like, just be careful, because you're like one of our big fighters. So if you get hurt and
It's just a spar. Don't worry.
All right. He reaches over and just like, give me a second. Goes back over to the cart, and like the other two are they're like chattering something. He like says something back to them, and they like stare at him like, wait, what? Reaches back and pulls out a bit of wood, and he's just like, yeah, no. Sets it down, and he picks out a much bigger piece of wood. He's just like, this should be fine. Walks over to.
Her eyes are like fucking sparkling.
All right. Do we have anyone to make sure we don't hurt? To kill? I don't.
She points a card.
I'm not
yeah.
I'm not a hill giant. I'm an ogre. I have my pride. Kind of
can heal.
looks defiant. All right.
God,
Ready?
get out of here!
Car. He said ready. As said Car, get over. He already heard that someone's able to heal, so he goes, and we're rolling initiative.
Yay!
13 versus 2.
I'm going to use roll 20 for the battle combat because fuck.
Bum 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 bum.
I'm
bum,
raging.
bum,
Fuck that.
bum.
He's big.
He is big. Yes, he is. That'll hit for 10 points of damage. Not bad. Ragey damage. Wait, do we still have remove all unsupported? No, that's right. Oh no.
Wait, what?
We lost the fan thing.
Oh right, we pull in rhythm.
We could pull in rhythm, but I don't know any combat that doesn't have copyright to it, so I don't want to.
You could just type in like combat music. It'll pull up stuff.
I mean, yeah.
Do we really have to worry about like copyright?
I posted on YouTube. I don't want them to take it down because of copyright. Be like, yeah, you can't do that. Me in the background. I just want battle music.
I mean, people post like music from different video games all the time, and they don't get taken down.
I mean, sometimes they do. That's the main thing.
I mean, you could also edit the video if it gets taken down to remove the music.
I
for
don't know how to
purpose.
remove audio. That's the thing.
Oh, that's Tumblr! I'm just kidding. You can legit just type in combat music though, and I'm pretty sure to pull up something that is not copyrighted.
I'll figure it out later. I forgot that the fan thing was removed. We'll go without. No worries. No worries. All right, so that's 10
No.
points of damage. He is now going to swing back at you.
Yeah.
I'm guessing an 11 misses.
Yes.
All right, it's your turn.
Holy shit.
That'll hit for 11 points of damage. Nice. That's 21 in total. Misses again. Roll a 4 on the die. That's a 10. That'll hit. All right. 16.
That hits.
All right. That's 11 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 5. Oh, your turn. My apologies.
Oh, I'm like, this bitch has two
Oh,
attacks.
no,
Hold
he-
up.
No, he doesn't. That was for his next hit. That misses.
misses.
Yes. But a 19 will hit you, so we
Yeah.
less damage. 9 points of damage, halved to 4. Your turn again. That hits.
What?
That's been very consistent for you. I'm not. Yeah, that's just consistent. Wow. That's
I'm not taking the average. That's
I'm
not
aware.
even the average.
That's not even the average. Okay. Swing back. Hits you again. 15 points of damage, halved to 7. Your turn again. That hits. That knocks him out. As you whoosh, hit him again, he just he holds up a hand, and it's less that you knock him out, more that he's just like, oh, I give. I give.
I win.
Oh, I'm conscious, but that hurt. I think I got it. He looks down, he's like, oh, yeah, you hit me right there. Karg just kind of stares at you for a moment, just like,
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it.
I know.
Sorry.
He puts a hand on your cheek, just shh. Hold on. Walks over and he gives him back 6 HP. Only using a first level spell, but he's like, yeah, we'll tend to your wounds and such when we have a chance. Thank you. Kind of just slowly just sits down.
She'll sit beside him.
You were dodgy at first, and then you stopped moving.
I
got-
figured I wanted to see if I could take the hit.
It felt like I was hurting my hands. He looks
So-
at his hands and he's just like, oh. Which you notice that there's like tiny splinters in them, and that the wood. This is not wood that's been refined for this. He literally just picked up something that was just part of the cart, probably.
She just like frowns and looks at it. That's not a good weapon.
I mean, it was better than my other choice. The other.
What was your other?
2 sticks.
Dawn,
Yes.
would it be possible to be able to give him a better grip on this thing?
Possible. You'd just be essentially wrapping it, or shaving off the bark that's still on it. But you could attempt to do that.
I'll do that.
Okay. So you just like take your great axe and start going at it.
Great sword. Finer edge.
Fair enough. So you just like start just using the great axe to start carving off. And you're just watching. You're just like, do you need help?
No, I got it. You just
Okay.
sit back and relax.
Ow. Boing. Ow. Ow.
This poor man. I'll help remove the splinters first if
Yeah.
he's gonna sit and do that.
Yeah, you have to cut part of it to actually get one of the splinters because it's kind of ingrained a
Oh.
bit. But yeah, he's fine with it. He's just like, I've got thick skin. I'll be okay. The trader dude just like watching all this, just like, I like you. What's your name again?
Ellie.
Ellie. Where's you going?
Do you say where'd you come from or where are you going?
Where are you going?
Emerald Tower. I think that's the name.
That's really far away. Actually,
Well,
that's
yeah, but we also have another place to go to that's on the way.
I mean, you're going to be going through giant country in a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe you could use I don't know, like a guide or something like that. You know, someone who I mean,
Company?
Yeah, company. Yeah. We got a cart. He points to the cart, and the cart's missing a wheel. One of them is just broken, clean in half, and he's like points it for a second.
We can use the wheel and you can come with us.
The wheel he gave you was the wheel from the cart.
Oh, Lord.
Whoops.
Yeah, so like, yeah, we had. No, we didn't have a cart. We found the cart.
We can fix it.
He like stares at it, stares back at you. We don't have any wood for the wheels. Like we had. No, obviously we're offering a wheel. We can offer you 3 wheels, actually, bargain price. But
You don't have any wood?
He kind of like motions around. Right now you're in the grasslands, so there's like.
She points to the fucking destroyed cart they were rummaging through.
Yeah, that's where we're. Yeah.
Wait, are there
that
2
is their
carts
cart.
or one cart?
One
Oh,
cart.
okay.
Yeah, there's one cart. That is the cart that is on its side from something having clearly hit it and knocked it over.
You can just ride in the cart and I'll walk alongside it.
Are you sure? There's
Yeah,
emotions to the other 2 who are like, they're like doing something in the background, and one pokes their head up, just like gives like a little wave, and then drops their head back down.
It's fine. I don't mind giving up my seat. And Cheshire walks beside it anyway. I think Bumble's gonna have to walk though.
That's okay. I don't like sitting down for too long. Makes me feel like a hill giant.
Why does it make you feel like a hill giant?
He like looks around conspiratorially. They're fat.
Okay, you and I will walk, and then we can talk, and then we'll have lots of fun with you all.
Sounds good. I mean, there's one guy who I don't think is very fat, but I don't think he's nice.
What's his name?
I don't know. All I know is that when he's seen, breaks stuff.
He doesn't sound very nice.
He doesn't look very nice either. But I've also seen that the other hill giants, they're not nice to him. But he's just.
Maybe he's mad because he's getting picked on.
I don't think so. He's not nice. I watched him plucking food from one place, and then he hit someone, and then he hit another person. That person was a small person though. I don't know if they got up.
Ellie, like, frown. Well, then, if he comes near us, I'll stick my axe in his face. He sounds very mean.
He like looks at you for a moment, then he's just like, I don't know if you can reach his face, but if you can, he gives you like a thumbs up.
I can jump.
Okay.
She goes back.
Very hesitant, just sure you can.
She goes back to working on his club.
Is there
Hey,
anything
Guru,
else?
quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
Did we pass any towns in the past week?
There was one town that you can stop in on if you had wanted to grab stuff.
Okay, just
I
wondering.
need rations! So
There-
yes, please.
There's a town that is coming up as well.
Oh, okay, good. Then I can just literally go in somewhere and find something to kill, maybe. Maybe.
Paris, you're an Outlander.
No!
Nope.
What the fuck? Oh, I thought she was Outlander. Okay.
She is not an Outlander. She's a
I
tribesman.
can't remember what. Yeah. I mean, that would give me an edge on hunting, but that doesn't give me the wanderer feat.
Yeah. Which, don't forget to put that in your background to make sure that you don't forget that.
I forgot the full name of it.
Tribesman. We're basing it
No.
off of the different specific tribesmen. For you, you would just put your tribe name for it because you are a tribesman. Just put your tribe name for it.
There we go.
So everyone's just okay with essentially bedding down for the night and hanging out with these furry, crazy people.
Elliot is talking Bumble's fucking ear off.
Bumbles.
Yeah, Bumble. Is that his name?
Yeah, Bumble. You said Bubble. I'm like,
I said Bumble. I said Bumble fast.
there
No.
we go. That makes sense. All right. So they're just talking Bumble's ear off, and Bumble's just like, huh? Like sometimes you talk really fast, and you're just like, wait. So you jumped on the rock, and they started screaming. Why?
Just.
Sounds like they'd be stronger than that, wouldn't they?
Is he talking about? Wait, when he says rock,
Yeah.
does he mean literal rock?
Yes.
Or.
You talking about like a time when you like jumped on a rock and like scared something behind it? Not on purpose, of course. You just happened. You know, just happened.
I just imagine like that memory is vastly different for her than what actually happened.
Obviously, yeah. It was 10 wolves. It was a puppy. It's essentially the Ruby scene where it's like we were surrounded by 5 of these things and just
Sapphire.
no, not Sapphire. In Ruby where what's her name? Orange-haired chick with a hammer.
Nora.
Thank you. Nora's like giving this big story, and Ren's just off to the side saying, "It was 1. It was this. It was," basically just correcting it, which is Karg playing the truth speaker as you're like, "This is what happened. It was this many." And it's not like he's like trying to ruin your fun. He's just like, "No, this is what actually happened."
No, the thing is that him doing that is not a case of like she's trying to exaggerate the truth. It's literally that her memory is failing her.
Of course.
Because she doesn't lie.
Obviously. Also, as you're working on the wood, he's watching you, and he actually at one point gets up, goes over, and he comes back with these 2 big sticks. They look like they may have been part of the cart at one point, probably part of the axles that were probably broken in half by some force. And you watch as he watches you, and he slowly like pulls out this knife that he just like starts carving along it, just kind of trying to follow your motions, like very slowly, very carefully. Just
Wait, who's doing this? Bumble?
Bumble, yes, Bumble is following your
Okay.
actions with 2 smaller clubs, essentially.
I am actively taking notes about all of these people.
Obviously. Why do people
I'm
do
not-
that? That's so weird. The other guy's asking this to Cheshire, if Cheshire's not in the cart. If he's in the cart,
Oh,
he's
no.
asking Karg.
Cheshire's in the fucking cart, like just
Hiding away from
humming again, and just. What time is it right now?
Right about now, I'd say it's afternoon, getting close to when you'd be wanting to start to stop it for camp, so it wasn't out of place for her to ask about it, but it's getting late.
He's not going to sleep just yet, but you do notice every once in a while you see a phew, just in the sky of that same ice energy.
Ray of Frost. It's okay. It's okay. He just says that. He knows this. He knows a spell that shoots like ice in the air.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
He doesn't talk a lot.
Yeah, he's like tiptoeing over, like doing like the sneaky walk over to it as he like slowly approaches the car and like kind of peeks up over, like, hey.
No.
Ah! He falls backwards.
The cart.
He wasn't expecting Kaito.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
good.
Gives a thumbs up. Pops back up. Ah! Pops back up. Like pops back up, like trying to look at Cheshire. Looks at Kaleido's head. Slowly lifts himself up to actually be taller than Kaleido to look over her.
Hmm.
Hey. We didn't introduce ourselves. That's okay. You don't have to tell me your name. That way I don't have to tell you my name. That's fine. But can you aim that knot up in the air? We don't want giants noticing us.
It's a blue shot against a blue sky.
Right now it is, yeah, but it's turning orange. Now he looks over. It's still blue sky, by the way. He's like looking over towards where the sun was. He's like, it's gonna turn orange.
Well, I
He'll
mean,
stop. He just shrugs and
Just aim it somewhere else. I don't mind where. Just,
settles the mask back. Like the mask is like no longer attached to like the cord that's usually attached to.
yeah.
It's just laying on his face.
Sorry. We've seen what the Hill Giants can do. Kind of like
no,
makes a
it's
motion
okay.
from his head back at the card.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you for warning us.
If you hear any rocks, keep your head down. Keep your eyes open.
Will do.
Gives you a thumbs up. Just
She
slides
settles back
away.
in the cart. I'd like to think that like every 10 minutes or so she like says something to Cheshire.
Mhm.
At a tonic or anything again.
Right.
If depending what it is, he'll answer. Some things he may just stay quiet for.
Obviously.
Yeah.
He's to the point where he will talk somewhat again. If he does it, it's probably with one words.
Right. Alright. So the night begins to wind down. Bumble is just kind of looking over the stuff that's being made. It's going to take you a while to get it like fully done if you're doing the whole thing. If you're just doing the handle, by the end of it you'll be able to get that done.
I would just be doing the handle where his hand is,
Right. Yeah, where his
so he
hands.
doesn't get
It's
splinters himself.
Yeah, it's a great club.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would need two hands, but you could use the greatsword to start kind of like sliding down. It's not woodcarver tools, which like Karg is just watching you, just like,
I'd have Karg help me after like it clicks, but it would take probably an hour to click.
well, it's even funnier because during that hour he's working on something himself.
That's why I say it would take an hour. I was gonna say 2, and then I'm like, hey, he's doing it in front of her, so I mean, she would notice eventually.
We're doing it just like, huh, that's funny.
Wait.
Wait a minute. Yeah, and his role kind of reflects the fact that you're drawing him away from it, because you see he's making like a full mask. Like it's like a full mask looking thing. Doesn't quite get completed with it.
I'll pop down beside him because
yeah.
I'm curious about this.
No, you're like, working on stuff. He's like, well, and he sets it down and goes over to help you with it.
What were you making?
He said these guys were traders. Starts working on it. Saw the wheel. Figured unless we want them to carry it, they're gonna want to trade something for it. Starts like just working on the handle. Start basically knocking out like a knot that's in part of the handle. This side is the thin side, but of course there's a knot here. Just making something that maybe one of them would want to trade for the wheel.
I know they like shiny things. I was gonna get to work on a dagger for Bumble.
He like
I'm not
stares
good
at you
at
for a moment.
clothes.
Looks
I'm
up
not
at
good
it.
at clothes, but I figured maybe he likes something pretty. I made one for Elisha.
A dagger?
Just a little knife. Elisha, you still have the thing I gave you, right?
I'll pull out the dagger and hold it up.
Something like that.
Huh. I guess, sure.
Not useful for much, but it's
If it's pretty. Okay. Card kind of glance at you. When did you get Smith's tools? I mean, I know you have been working with the forge back when we were with the caravan, but I didn't realize you'd gotten a set.
I've had these on me this entire time.
Okay, he didn't realize.
I've had them for a while.
He like pauses. How long is a while?
Since we left home.
Huh. He goes back to working on the handle.
You haven't known?
He just keeps working on it. He's like, I'm not answering this. Which I'm actually gonna roll real quick. Yeah, not bad. With his wisdom and his strength, I mean, even if it's doing with strength, he'd have been able to pass that. So he gets to work on it. He helps make the handle nice and spick and span. The other two eventually come out. They don't start a fire. They just pull out some. Looks like it's some kind of vegetarian-based foods like carrots and stuff. They go.
Can I approach them without them screaming and running?
When you get closer, like.
She just waves. Hello.
Hi.
You guys were hiding in the cart a lot when we were talking.
We're not salesmen.
No, but I still want to talk.
About what?
Anything. Like, what's your names?
That's trade.
Say Treed?
Trade.
Their names are Trade.
No, they're saying, no, that's for trade.
Casual conversation is just for trade?
No, names.
Their names are for trade. You have to give them something.
Well, do you...
Like your name.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what she's asking. Would you accept if I told you my name as a trade?
Like they're like humming, just waiting to hear it.
I'm Elizabeth. But please call me Ellie.
Call you Ellie. I'm Thorn. This is Brush.
It's nice to meet you.
Slowly holds out a hand. Nice to meet you too.
She'll take their hand and
What
given
species are they?
Bugbear.
given the last time that she shook someone's hand, she crushed it. She's exceptionally gentle.
They give it a little squeeze, and they've got some decent strength to them.
Oh, I mean, if she notices strength, then she'll squeeze back.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. He's kind of like twitchy, like looking around everywhere, like.
You don't have to hide away. We can keep you safe. If you're scared of the giants, anyway.
They both start looking around, just like.
They're not. No, there's no one here. Just us.
The tribes and scatter. Gotta be safe. Gotta keep it.
I will
Focus.
keep you safe.
Kind of like slowly looks back at you.
You try to send them her best smile of like, I am not hostile or bullshitting. I will try and protect you.
They look uncomfortable. Very twitchy.
Would you like to come and sit with the rest of the group so you know that there are more people to help?
Bigger targets. The tribe is
There's
big
strength in
target.
numbers.
A tribe is a big target.
She'll stand up when they do a walk with it back to the fire.
They kind of like waddle through. Just like,
I made more friends.
My gosh, Ellie, you're so popular. Hi. Kaleido gets up and
Hi. We're over here now. I don't know if this is safe. It's not safe. No, it's safe. No, very safe. No, very safe. Safe? Not safe.
oh.
I think they're scared that the giants might come close to us.
They like look around again, like,
I think they're
Oh.
yeah.
Perhaps best not to mention the word giants around these.
Like that.
Like all three of them are looking around, like hunched
There,
over.
there are no big meanies.
Yeah, there aren't like any you know,
The
bad,
bad
people
word.
around.
I'm sorry. Bumble just like scratches the back of his neck.
Are you
I-
sorry?
He like motions to himself. He's a big one, but we found him. He scavenged with us. He's kind of like taps the side of his head. He knows. He's very smart. Very smart. He can hear giant.
Here.
Hear giant, yeah.
Oh, you speak it.
Yeah, that thing. He knows it. He can hear it, and he knows what they say. I grew up speaking it. And he says something in giant. If anyone knows how to speak giant, I don't think anyone
No.
does.
Nah, bro.
Did you just say nah, bro?
I am, bro.
It's
I
appropriate.
speak the opposite.
It's the opposite of. Are you about to say you speak gnomish?
Nah, the other one.
Halfling.
Yep.
He said that he spoke it before last week.
I couldn't remember if it was gnomish or halfling. That's why.
He says it and kind of looks at
Nice.
everyone just like,
I understand what you just said.
it's how I'm useful. That's what I said. You're useful
I
for other
think you're
stuff too.
used.
You're
Yeah.
big, you're strong, and
You're sweet.
sure, that too.
He's nice.
I didn't say he wasn't, but when it comes to giants don't care about sweet.
Well, I
Listen.
do.
But
It's how you make friends, and it's how you keep them by being really nice.
I don't think the
And as
giants
far as
wanna
I'm
make friends.
concerned, well, then they can meet the mean part of my act.
There's a nice part of your axe. He like looks at your axe like, what?
She holds up the hilt.
Like you hear just like three of them in unison, just I get it. Bumble just like,
The best part of this analogy is that she's probably killed at least one person with the hilt.
I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but you know.
It's a very painful, very blunt form of skewering.
We don't discuss that. We don't go into that right now. Alright, so
But
it's a
you
very
deal with the giants. You have to.
alright, so you guys are settling down here. Who wants to take watches?
I will.
Which watches do you want to take?
Second and third.
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
The crew all kind of like gathers together before they go to sleep. Karg like taps on the side of the cart, looks at Elisha, and no, you know, Elisha's not in the cart. Elisha's
Kaleido and Cheshire.
Kaleido and Cheshire. There we go. I was trying to remember who was in the cart and who wasn't. Kind of looks between the two of you. You guys gonna be okay in the car, or you want to sleep on the ground?
I'm gonna stay here.
Cheshire gives a thumbs up to what she says.
All right. Need a blanket?
She just shakes his head.
Yeah, sure.
Takes out a blanket, throws it over
you.
Kaleido, and helps kind of like make sure she's tucked in safely.
Thank you.
Kind of like as Kaleido's like getting tucked in, he kind of looks at Cheshire. Like he makes a like points at his eyes, points at Kaleido when she's not looking, and then points at Cheshire and gives a thumbs up. Just gives a little nod.
The fuck?
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So he's been reminded a lot of his childhood recently.
Mhm.
I feel like that's unlocked a little something.
Mhm.
Can I make an insight check on?
Yes, you may.
An insight check on Karg?
To know what the hell he means by that.
Yep. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Hell, from what I figured, I just thought he was saying to watch her.
+2, right?
+2.
18.
Holy
Dude,
shit!
I'm
You're rolling
fucking
hot. It's a
tonight.
good day for you. For once in your life, you're rolling hot.
It's like this is all the karma coming back from that one session I had with you a while back.
We rolled
When
so
them
many
3
zeros.
nat ones in a row.
Jeez, I remember that. But yeah, with that, yeah, like you see, like the way he does it is like it's very like you're not sure what way he's trying to say it. It's definitely in a sense that he's essentially saying, "I know that you'll watch her. Just make sure to keep that eye on her. You're doing good."
Okay. So he's not trying to say, I see what you're doing, my man, keep that shit up. Get
No.
that shit wet.
No,
Okay,
No,
make it-
no,
that's
no.
not the
He's-
character, don't worry.
He's not saying, he's not like, "Get in there." No, he's like, no, I see you're watching her. He's like, I see you're watching her. You're just keep that up. He's basically saying you're helping him not have to worry about having someone watching Kaleido.
He just nods as they look at him.
Gives another nod back and just kind of steps back, just like looks around.
I'm gonna
I
roll a
just-
strength
I'm
check
sorry.
to see how hard I tap or give a nice pat to Kaleido.
Okay.
Wait, what happened? I had to do something for like a minute. What?
Kaleido
what
wasn't.
was-
Kaleido was looking away from Karg, and Karg basically said that Cheshire is doing a good job at
And
watching
he
Kaleido.
went to give you a firm pat, but I rolled a that one. So
That one says no pain.
it's a nice caress.
You like reach like you're reaching out to pat her, and Kaleido, you don't feel his hand touching you.
Oh, cool.
It's like a half inch away. He's just like air patting you, and you're just like, it's a sweet sentiment still. It's like, oh no, he
That's
doesn't want to
so
touch me. Oh
cute.
no.
I'm gonna call Karg over to need that fucking blanket. Holy shit, does he have a supply?
He's got a second one, yeah.
Yes.
Give it!
He wraps you in it.
Oh, bold of you to assume that he's not dragged down.
Ah!
My idea is, by the way, Guru, I'm like resistant to cold. So does that mean I technically I'm fine?
You're resistant to
Depends.
cold damage, not cold temperature.
Yeah. So I'd say that makes it so like sudden drops in temperature are not always the best, but you resist those sudden changes. So you wouldn't freeze if it was like suddenly like dropped immediately, so you'd resist it for a little bit. But it's not like the Goliath. Yeah, we're in a cold environment. I can do this with my eyes closed. Nah, it's
He's got his jacket. He's good.
yeah, you've got your jacket.
If did Kaleido take one?
Kaleido was a given one, yes.
Glad it was a blanket. Yeah.
Make sure.
He's got several blankets that he purchased a while back to make sure that he could ensure everyone was warm and safe.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He knows what he's doing.
Aw.
I've cocooned myself with this big work, man.
All right,
There's no point in saying no, you'll just crack anyway.
I can try.
She looks at him with those big blue eyes.
No freedom. Stop the freedom. Stop it. Got another set. Fine. A 3 on the dice does not help him.
She
A 3 on
sings
the other
it
dice
like
doesn't help me either. I rolled it to see if the other one would have had anything better. It was also a 3. He was screwed either
Destiny.
way. Okay, so are we both rolling perception checks or one with advantage?
I mean, technically with cargo egg, doesn't someone get advantage and then just one have a straight roll? Oh wait, no,
You're on
she's not
first
awake.
shift.
I forgot.
Yep, she's not awake
I'm
yet.
on second watch.
Yes.
I think my perception's better than his, but I don't remember, so I'm just gonna give him advantage.
I was gonna say we can have him give you advantage if you'd like.
Yeah, YOLO, fine, fuck it.
Excuse me.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. You hear the wind brushing across the grassland. You hear, let me roll something else real quick. Oh, natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
What?
The lad's on fire.
Yeah, the bugbear who is selling you stuff, he's also on watch. You see him he's like, unlike you who's cocoon, just like, I'm comfy. He's like standing up, like actively like looking around, just like,
Yeah, paranoia will do that to you.
oh yeah, yeah, he is paranoid as fuck. But yeah, he, like right before the changing of the shifts, he pauses and you kind of like see him like tilt his head slightly, cup his hands behind his ears, and go shh. Hear that?
Gonna listen to talk about.
All right, you listen. You kind of cup your hand behind your ear to try and listen a little better.
Ellie has her hand on her great axe.
Kark's kind of like looking around as well. He doesn't see it any more than you, but Bugbear slowly like makes a hand like, get down, get down, get down. Like he starts like he like goes into like a full like sprawled out on the ground, like only kind of see the
Oh,
faint glint of the
probably.
light on his eyes. He's like
I'll follow her sort of shit.
starts doing like a belly crawl over towards the road, which you guys are more off the road now. But he's like peeking up towards it's just. You see anything?
Scanning the area. Do I see anything?
At first, no. Just looking at it. Again, it's a flatland, so it's very easy to see most of the area until you see where it's actually beginning to shape into hills, but you've gone quite a ways to be able to do so. Eventually, you feel his elbow just like very gently nudge it, which he's got long elbows, so he's actually a little bit away from you as he does, so just thump, and just like slowly points. As you follow his fingers, start looking towards it, you see a hill. Looks like any other hill. Until you see a little shadow. It's kind of moving between the hills. Just a little bit shorter than them. Then you realize that whatever is moving over there is quite large. Bigger than Bumble. Large. To be able to see the shadowy form of it moving and be able to see the size of it from this distance.
T-Rex large.
T-Rex large. Then you see another one.
Mm.
Then you see another one. 3 forms moving, just very casually meandering. And then you see a 4th form, shaking and jerking around. And you hear a little
Like chains?
possibly similar enough. As that one thrashes down, just like seems to look
Someone
around,
needs
sniffing the
our
air.
help.
Oh no, that's the worst one of them. That's their siege weapon. Dangerous. When they find a place that they think's too tough, they let him go. He's just too hungry. He eats and he eats and he eats.
Archer, are you telling me this giant as a class is what I think he does? You just said siege weapon. That terrifies me.
You can roll a history check if you'd like.
Can I too?
You're not awake yet.
Bomber.
It can be discussed with you later, and you can try and roll it then. But right now, with an 8,
Ooh.
this thing sounds a little bit scarier when it's mentioned like that. Not in the sense of like, you can fight it, obviously. You're like, yeah, I can fight this. But you're also like, who taught him that? What was that something he taught? What is
That's not
this?
that's not what that was save was for.
I'm guessing it's the, do I want to go fight it and run at it now?
No, I'll DM it
Oh.
to you.
Yes, please.
There you go.
I'd say a 10 is actually what I would say would be the save for that. You've seen what your family's like enough to know otherwise. But it might be different for giants.
That's not a positive question.
Hmm?
That's not a positive question. That's not a hopeful one.
Is that what she asks, or does she just think?
That's in her head. That is a fear-laden question.
And again, you're thinking about it, and you're just like, no, that shouldn't be right. Yeah, the 10 would save for that, I'd say. Card just kind of watches. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. What do you think? We're not exactly the sort to go barging in and try and fight 4 giants.
They approach, we'll have no choice. If they stay away, then we'll try to avoid them.
Gently pat your back. Good. Let's just try not to play the hero too much. No kidding.
All he gets is a huff.
Like he tries not to roll his eyes at that, just like, if they fight, they fight. Simple as that. Kind of pushes himself back slightly. Let's get some rest. I'm glad I took my armor off before this. Picks himself up and just walks back to the thing. The other bugbear's just like watching, just like, this place doesn't
Move
need
over.
heroes.
She'll move over to the bedroll, but she's
Probably not getting some sleep for it immediately.
yeah.
Okay.
Just for the case of she doesn't know if they're gonna approach.
Alright, so Alasha, it's your watch next.
Mhm.
As you wake up, as Carter wakes you up and gets into his bedroll, you get up, you see the other bugbear walk over, stand next to one of his compatriots, and just give him a quick kick in the side, and the other one just bolts upright, just like, gives a thumbs up. Your turn. He pats his bedroll, and they swap out bedrolls.
Ellie will sit next to Elisha.
As the one of them lays down, the other one kind of kneels.
Is that Thorn or Bush?
From the look of it, looks like bush. You can tell because of the fact that Thorn has a bandolier of knives, whereas Bush has a bandolier of little boxes. And as Bush is finished talking to the leader, he's like, walks over and he's starts like keeping his eyes open, keeping his head low. Clearly, he spoke with him and heard about what happened. If you want to, you can roll perception, Elisha.
With advantage, or is he rolling himself?
He's rolling himself. He's over on the other side of the camp.
You have
Ellie
advantage.
is there. Yeah.
Why are you still awake?
If you ask her in the morning when she's exhausted, she'll tell you.
You're not gonna tell her right now if she asks.
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, she can try.
Wow, look at that.
Don't worry, he didn't do much better.
That's a natural one that I almost rolled.
Yeah. Good
Look,
thing you did.
better than natural one. It's not a natural one.
I suppose.
The other one's just kind of like looking around. Just you hear a little.
There.
Kind of look over
I wanna
slowly. You
look
just
over and see what the fuck.
You see Bush, like, every now and then he, like, reaches into his bandolier, one of the little pouches, pulls out something. Like, it's like he stares at you for a moment, just, like, eating, just...
They're just food.
He has snack pouches.
He has snack
Oh my
pouches. He has a bandolier of snack pouches.
That's hilarious. Is he pudgy?
A little bit. A little bit of a tummy. Like, looks at you, kind of, like... reaches in, pulls out one, like, looks like he's about to eat, and then he's like... kind of shuffles over, very slowly, just one step at a time, just... pops open another one, pulls out what appears to be a carrot stick, holds it out to you.
I will take the carrot stick and nod in thanks.
He nods. They're supposed to be good for your eyes. Ain't doing shit for me, but I'll take what I can get.
I think it's only if you eat them, like, a lot.
I've been eating them a lot, especially since the Giants came around.
Hello?
Like, he, like, looks up towards the sky, he's like, Then he's like, okay, no, okay. Since the Giants came around, keep a close eye.
How long have they been
Oh.
here?
Here?
Elisha hears the word giants and how long have they been here, and curiously looks over to Ellie and asks, "What do you mean, giants?"
You saw 4 giants on the hill. One of them was chained up. Their leaders, because I don't know their leader's name, ironically. Their leader, and she'll nod over to the one that fell asleep, said that it was what they considered their siege weapon. They only bring them out for people they can't beat.
It's been, how long's a harvest?
It's a year, right?
No, it depends what kind of harvest.
Full harvest?
About 3 months.
3? Really? No, it's
Well,
been
it
longer.
happens in the autumn.
That's
The
longer.
autumn is about 3 months.
Did the season change during this harvest?
Lots, yeah. At least. Like, looks at his hand, just like.
Did the trees turn orange and then lose their leaves and then they came back as flowers?
They're not coming back yet. I mean,
So it's
we're
been-
in spring. Spring?
In
That's
half a
that's
month?
right.
Or not half a month, half a year?
They had flowers before, and then they got really hot, and then they started turning orange, and then they fell off.
They've been here a year.
Sure.
Ironically, I was right. Holy shit! Seems like an issue that they've had for a while then. And from what I can tell from Bumble, that might very well be the killer giant that he told me about.
Kind of like just stares off in the distance. I don't know if the town nearby is gonna be safe. If we're lucky, it will be. No screams yet. That's good. Very good.
Ellie's like gripping the end of her greatsword.
Like, peeks up on his tiptoes. Good city walls. It's a good thing. Bad thing, but good thing.
It's a bad thing.
It means that thing's gonna be let out. It'll hurt anything around it, but it wants food. It's hungry.
Why is it a good thing? Will the walls stop him at least?
Maybe. It's hungry enough that it might just try to eat through the wall. At least that's what I've heard they can do.
Her knuckles are turning white.
I'm sorry. I don't know
Can
a lot
I,
about this
like-
thing.
Insight to see if this is terror or interest in like fighting them.
I mean, you can go for it.
Yep.
You're fine.
Nori, Az.
Let's see.
Do what you gotta do, Az.
Yeah, get these rolls out of the way.
I mean, with the way she is, you would know it's her trying to reel back the inner protector.
Mm.
Trying being the key word.
She's straining it.
She stay silent after that. She didn't say anything.
Which, Alasha, now that you've actually heard about these giants, you may roll a history check.
Cool. Finally.
22. Giants are something that you've become somewhat accustomed to. Most of the giants that you've heard of, never really interacted with. That was more other people's jobs. Have regarded stone giants. Stone giants are more of the scholar type, those who will actually not only work with and communicate with other entities, but granted, that does depend on their disposition. Some stone giants can still be aggressive and combative, but hill giants are different. Most of the stuff that you know about them has either been hearsay or through books, essentially. That being said, the stuff that you've learned about them as you're remembering it is a tiny bit jumbled. One thing that comes to mind is that hill giants are not necessarily aggressive. They tend to be lazy more often than not. But at the same time, their presence here didn't feel like it sounded that strong according to what you read. So it may either just be that, this is just a group of hill giants that's become notorious enough that you found someone on the edges. Although you do recall at one point reading that, something had happened, something about a tribe that had risen up and started attacking, and that other tribes began to slowly begin following in their footsteps. Not like as an army. They're not joined together at all. But they're essentially high-tier raiders, might be a way to describe it. If you want something destroyed, they can do it. Smart or not, they can go into a town and lay siege to such an entity.
I see. Okay.
As for the other one that you heard about, doesn't ring a bell.
The weird one that they have chained up.
Yep, that one doesn't ring a bell.
My ass can't help feel like that's a 25 DC.
probably was. Okay, interesting.
Anything else you want to do during your watch?
I mean, probably not. It's only going to distract me worse for the next watch I take.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Right, so Bush eventually moves over, walks up to Thorn, gives him a kick, sits up, swap out, and he quickly explains what's going down. Thorn just kind of scratches his head, like, looks up at the sky, tries to point at the moon, just like, gets up, kind of like kicks the ground for a second. Mush is not good at time. Time is not. I know what the moon is. Looking around. Ellie, are you going to sleep?
Nope. After hearing all that.
Alasha, you can roll perception with advantage if you wish.
18.
18.
That's more like it.
Keeping your eyes out. In the distance, you can see kind of the outline of the walls of the city from before. With the light of the moon, you see faint flickers of firelight from the town. Very faint. It's very far away.
The ones that we stopped for rations at, or
No, the one that you're going
about
to be
to-
able to go to tomorrow. It's
Okay,
maybe little under half a day's journey based off just guessing the distance.
gotcha.
Far enough away that you can see it, but not close enough that's like you can just run in. Or, have been able to just hop in and get there. Also far enough away that, they could scavenge without people being like, why are you here? Little suspicious.
Hmm.
In the distance, you see shadows just kind of moving. It's not moving towards it. It's just kind of moving around the city. It's like just looking at it, just moving around. It's not quite as tall as the actual walls, but it's big enough that seeing it contrasted against the walls of the city, it's pretty huge.
Hmm.
Just kind of just walks around it. You see another one. You don't hear anything, but you see something just like moving, just. In the distance.
Any idea what that is? Is that a bell?
Sounds like a bell.
Does it sound like an alarm bell?
Similar enough to one
From the city?
from the city.
Oh no.
Ella's standing up.
I stand up too. I go over and I start waking everybody up.
What? What is it?
Alarm.
Coming from the city.
Ah, so we're going away.
No.
Huh? Huh?
There are people over there about to die.
They're behind a wall.
How is it going to... What was that?
You look over and you see little pinpricks against the night skies, against the wall. Looks like stones. Maybe that are flying marbles.
From this distance, if I had to gauge how big those flying marbles look against those city, how big would they be if they were in front of us?
If they were in front of you, probably about as big as you were.
Oh. How many of them just hit the wall?
2 at a time.
Cheshire gets up, sees. Is anybody at the reins of the horse?
Not yet.
Cheshire gets up groggily and just goes, "Alright," and just whips.
So
Yeah, but non-verbally, basically.
the mule just kind of wakes up after you've. I'm guessing you've hitched the mule to the cart first because they didn't
Yeah,
leave it
Well,
hitched
they're
to the
well,
cart.
they're having the conversation. Cheshire's just like, just.
Mhm.
He's the opposite of Shuffle. He's totally fine with being a hero.
So,
So you just left the party without a cart.
Basically, he's starting off slow.
yeah.
So basically, like, you don't want losers for going shopping, pretty much.
Okay. Thorn just kind of like
Uh,
watches as you're starting to leave. He's like,
Cheshire, hang on.
he's like, so he goes over like,
Does anyone have a shield?
shield?
Guru.
Yes.
Well, I don't have to tell you what spells I take a day, right? I can just change them on a long rest, right?
Yeah, just make sure that you have them marked down as to which ones you've changed out.
Okay.
Yeah, a shield.
Karg just kind of looks up. Yeah.
I'm hitting it hard with the flat end of my axe to wake everyone the fuck up.
Ah, right in here. Oh my god.
And y'all gonna sleep because of me.
Right.
Where's the cart? I was.
Move,
My armor!
move,
He
move.
gets up.
My armor.
Put the armor on the cart. Go, 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 go.
The armor's in the cart!
Go!
He takes off.
Kaleido would notice he's still humming.
I'm hopping in the cart.
And
What
it
about a
definitely
bedroll?
is like what seems to be like melodic, by the way. I should point.
What kind of song
Like-
is it?
Just, I'll DM it to you.
Sure. But yeah, as Ellie's like running with him, he's like, bedroll!
God damn it! So go back, grab it, and run back.
Yeah, so he by that point he's in the cart and putting on his armor.
The best part is, her not going to sleep means that she still has her armor on.
She didn't have to sleep. I mean, if she's not sleeping, well,
My fucking ability checks are fucked, but that doesn't mean my attacks are.
nope. That's 2 exhaustion points if I remember right.
Let me check. I'm pretty sure it is.
Guru, that.
No,
Ah.
not even 2. It's your speed is halved.
Really?
Yeah. It's only at 3 when your attacks and saving throws are fucked.
Yep. Trust me, you need to know about exhaustion. Axe the
Uh,
Frenzy Barbarian.
Mhm.
Of course. So you guys are just booking it to try and catch up with the cart where he's just like, like.
Groggily waking up, slapping the face a little bit.
Also, Elisha, you just immediately hear Ellie once they've sat down, just lean over. This is why I was staying awake, in case something like this happened.
You hear
I know when you're curious.
as
I got that.
Bumble has picked up the other 3, just kind of like carrying him on his shoulders, like running to keep up with you guys. But they have all got their bedrolls out, like eyes wide, just like looking, just like, why are we running towards it? Why are we running towards the bell? Bell is bad. That means things are attacking. Why are we running towards it? Ah!
Do I need to make an animal handling check?
Yeah, make one, just for fun.
Six.
Okay. You're not going at a leisurely trot.
Oh no.
I'll lean over and grab the hardest.
No. This is from when he started it.
Oh, Lord.
When you ran back to get at the thing, you are running to try and catch up with the cart, which is bolting. And Elisha, you are also trying to catch up with the cart, which is bolting. Karg
Okay,
got up
that's
to it
cool.
because he was like told to immediately go after. So he caught up to it when it was still.
It
picking
was like a
speed.
Mr. Bean moment. Like you
A
ever
little
watch
bit.
like a Mr. Bean? You're like, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, let's try to drive."
Mhm.
Accidentally slams him.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like basically it's just like he slaps it. At first he was going slow. He's like, "Yeah, I got this." Hit it again. All of a sudden, just peels out. And
Please God tell me that the orc is able to slow him down.
he's putting on his armor at the moment.
God damn it.
if he doesn't have his armor on, he does not have the AC to be able to help out as much as he wants, and so he's like trying to strap it on. He's just like, oh, this is. God, give me strength. Come on. He's trying his best, and boy, oh boy, is it a struggle in a bouncy cart. With Kaleido like waking up, just like what? As you guys are just running after, and after you get to a point, just like Bumble's just like looking between you all, just like I don't think I can carry you all. I'm trying to do my fastest. Oh no. Like looking down.
Go on ahead, big guy.
Are you sure?
We'll catch up.
He's not quite catching up to the cart. Let me check what Giova's speed is. I didn't put that in here. Son of me.
Is he a mule or a horse?
He's a mule.
I think mules move 60 feet, don't they?
I'm checking. If so, he ain't catching up to that cart. 40 feet.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Still not catching up to the cart. Because he may have a bigger movement speed than you, but that cart is moving just as fast as he is, and it is taken off.
So he's literally running the same pace as the fucking cart.
Basically. Which, Cheshire, if you want to try and make another animal handling check, you can.
Please.
Nine.
Better.
Better, but still you're slightly off-roading now.
Wait. Is this mule trained to respond to certain noises?
If only
As
you
in-
weren't a good 100 feet back.
Hmm.
If only you weren't a good 100 feet back. It is trained to
I
respond to certain
can't-
noises, but
I
Cheshire
can't
is still
scream,
waking up.
heal, or hold.
No, it's not trained to respond to those. It's not like a dog, but it's
No,
it's
saying
trained.
hold to a horse chills
yeah.
it the fuck out.
Yeah, but this is a mule. And while you could try and yell that,
Okay.
Cheshire is still
Beast
waking up.
of burden. How about that?
I understand
Because it's
what you
used for those that pull carts.
mean. I get what you mean.
Grand Theft Mule.
Grand Theft Equestrian.
Roll one more fucking time.
Shit.
Alright, we're gonna.
Roll once more.
It's like just sitting there like, this is fine. Just
He's just like, this is fine when it is clearly not fine. Kaleido's probably just
critical
like,
roll
he's like,
symbol.
oh no.
Oh,
That's
he
a
did
CR
nat
symbol.
20.
Yeah.
That's the moment to roll it. I fail.
Oh my god. Just roll what?
You got
Uh,
20.
Nat 20. Critical roll symbol.
There
Which
we go.
I didn't. I couldn't tell what it was at first because the critical roll symbol was like very faint on it. So I'm like, did I roll nothing?
Did you roll a 0? Nah, you roll a critical roll. You're like this is fine, and like it's like you can just like hear the critical roll theme song playing in the background of your mind. You're just like,
Just that.
yeah.
Mhm.
Which ironically, I feel like the song that you're humming has a faint similarity to it, as he's just like you're like nodding your head to the song. You're like, okay, I'm waking up a little more now. You feel like something bounced you, and you're just like, yeah, kind of like that.
That part
Yeah.
would be.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like you're humming it. Also, you feel like as you're kind of off-roading a little bit, you feel like something bump. You're like, boom, ha, grab it. You're just like, grab the reins. You just pull it, just like in just the way that like
Deja
the bull, basically. Also, just you're like, yeah, like eyes glint, just and the mule is just like, oh, I understand now. It just like begins pulling you back onto it and starts like slowing down to a more of a trot, not dashing anymore, just moving to normal speed. That's finally Bumble catches up, drops the 3 bugbear into the car just with a I'll be back. Turns around, and you guys just see this big ogre just runs around, like he's like runs around you guys, like you see him break off and then run around behind you guys, lean down, just pick Elisha and Ellie up, put you guys on your shoulders.
After being carried by Ellie, Elisha's pretty used to it at this point.
Bumble's a little bit bigger, but it's
Yeah.
definitely an experience that you're just like, you like grab onto his hair, just like, this is fine. Ellie, this is the first time you've been picked up by someone and put on their shoulder in quite some time. You were just like up and on his shoulder, and he doesn't slow down at all. He's just which
Elisha? Is this one of the first times that you have ever seen this state of pure shock on Ellie's face. She's been pleasantly surprised. She's been freaked the fuck out, but this is genuine. What the hell is happening?
Not every day you get picked up, eh?
What?
This is how I feel whenever you pick me up.
This is nice.
I know, right?
I was like, Karg, I've got an idea. Take the wheel.
There is no wheel.
I'll take the
What I
reins. He
Because
switches places with you.
as I said that, Cheshire takes the wheel. That imagines like now as a spare in the back of the. And is there just like a plank of wood for general repairs
There
in
is.
the cart?
I'll say there is.
Is there also like, kind of like a hammer and nail?
Are you about to put on an extra wheel?
Yes.
I'd like to try to construct a quick unicycle for the ogre to hitch a ride on the back of the.
Unicycle?
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think so either, but do it!
It's not roll. It's going to be a straight roll because it's your intelligence modifier, unless it's +1. Let me check. Let me check Cheshire real quick.
17.
+1's
I rolled a
18.
base 17.
So that's an 18. You're staring at it, and you're like, I can do this. I can do this. You're looking at it, you're just like, he wouldn't be able to. His whole body would have to fit into the cart. We can't do that. And this board is not going to fit his weight. If he sits down, he's going to sit down. He's going to snap. If I had more time, I could do this.
Down and it's gonna
What I'm
snap.
saying is, I
sit
want
down
to
and
like, be
go
able to
somewhere
Marty
comfortable.
McFly him. If you know what I mean.
Oh. You
I want
wanted
to
to
Marty McFly him.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying now. Okay,
That's more doable, I feel.
that is more doable. That does.
This is insane. This is insane, and I love it. I love every second of it.
One second. One more. Okay, so Bush doesn't catch on immediately. The other two bugbears, like you're like, I'm trying to do. They like looking at you for a second. Then all of a sudden the leader puts his hand on your shoulder. Here, and he's just all of a sudden he's like, he's moving with you. Like you got two bugbears helping you out, trying to get this to work. They rolled a 16 and a 19 on their die.
Oh my god.
I imagine.
God.
I imagine. Like, have you ever seen the movie Cars? And
Yeah.
once they get done, they're like pit stop.
Yeah. That's essentially what's happening right now. These three people are like in the back, just like Kaleido's like looking at this, just like, what is going on? As they're like, no, we
This
gotta
is some
slide this through
galaxy
here.
brain shit right here, man.
We got this here. Pull it. Okay, right there. Also, the DC was that 3 of you had to roll above a 15, and 3 of you did. Like if it was just you on your own, you weren't going to be able to. But I'm like, let's see how they roll. Yeah, they get a pull through it, and they're like,
BBE, Big Bugbear Energy.
they look to you, they put their hands on your shoulders like, you're, puts a hand on his head, just like, smart, I like you, we need to talk business. Ready?
I'll attach from my explorer's pack part of the 50 feet rope
Mhm.
to it. So basically, it's getting dragged behind us.
Yep. And they push it out, and Bumble just like looks just like, he like sees it, like puts his feet on either side of the board, just like, he grabs the rope, and when Karg's seeing this, he's just like, "Hyah!" And just the mule just like goes back to a full dash, and at first you like see him like slow down, like, and all of a sudden the rope, twing, like, he's got to make a dexterity check to stay on. He's wobbling a lot, as he is
Can I
Marty
toss him a rope
McFly.
to help steady him?
You're on his shoulder.
You're on
You
his
can't toss
shoulder.
him anything.
I have a rope.
Yeah.
Toss it
Yeah.
to Cheshire.
Oh, you're roll a strength check.
Do I also need to make a strength check?
You need to
or
make
a
a
dexterity
check.
check?
Dexterity check.
Yeah,
What?
I have a +2, I believe.
Yes, you do.
Oh Lord, 9.
All right.
Oh Lord, 17.
And you reach out. And you're like, and then all of a sudden, like your reach suddenly seems to extend as the bugbears like are holding onto each other, giving you just enough room to just grab it before it hits the ground. You're like, pull you back up, and you're like, That works.
I just realized I created basically a chariot for this man.
Essentially, it would be better if it had 2 wheels, but 1 wheel is going to have to work. So he's got two ropes, and you can the bugbear's like grab either side, and they're like helping to essentially keep him stable by pulling him. He's like, so he's rolling with advantage. So.
Also, Cheshire saying nothing while doing this.
Oh yeah,
Right.
there was no communication of what he was doing. The bugbear just kind of figured it out. And was like, get in there. Okay, so with even with his negative dex modifier, that's still a 15 on the die. And so he's able to keep his footing well enough that you guys are able to Marty McFly chariot this ogre being pulled behind you towards this city. This is amazing. I have no actual words of what to say. Just the idea this ogre's like, as
I'm taking notes on this whole thing.
Oh, obviously. And Ellie just on the shoulder is like, this is amazing. And just Cheshire just silently does this, stares back at the ogre's like, this is fine.
Cheshire just lets out an exhale and just lays back down in the cart.
Yep. Bush kind of like looks at you, pulls out you hear a little. You want a snack?
I'll take it and bite into it. I take the potato chip and I bite it.
God damn it.
Yep. But yeah, you not bad. It's good. A little dry, but that's probably what it's meant to be.
I've had worse.
Oh, certainly. Oh, absolutely. So you guys are making your way at not a breakneck speed, but you're going pretty quick. You probably are going faster than you would be if you had not been going this speed. So it does cut down the travel time from where you were towards the city, from being around 3.5 hours to a little over an hour and a half. Of this poor Geovis is just like running as fast as he can, pulling all of you guys plus Bumble and 3 Bugbear.
We're gonna need to get another mule to help this guy out after this is all said and done.
Right.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need to feed this boy some, good
Carrots.
apples or something.
Mhm.
Apples,
We're gonna need to
carrots,
feed
whatever.
him his Wheaties.
Give him his Wheaties. But yeah,
Oh
you
my
guys,
God.
as you guys are approaching, make
He
perception
needs to pick up
checks.
Thaddeus.
Okay.
Have I hit the level of exhaustion yet?
I'd say yeah. By this point, you are exhausted.
Can she give me advantage on my roll? Never mind.
You rolled a 16, yeah. So
I rolled 4.
4. I'll say Karg will give you advantage.
Wicked.
14.
Mm.
So,
I have disadvantage.
You still rolled better than me, and I have a higher modifier too. That just shows you how good she is at seeing things.
No, this just shows how intent she is to fight this giant off.
No, I was being sarcastic and talking about Alasha.
Alasha's got her face in her notebook to fucking document this almost unrealistic amount of insanity that is occurring. She
Yeah.
has an excuse.
ironically, they rolled exactly what you did.
Really?
One of them rolled a 4, one of them rolled a 14, and the leader rolled a 16.
What is happening?
I don't know, but it's glorious. So, Alasha and Thorn are both keeping an eye out. Cheshire and Bush are just eating snacks. And the leader and
Pre-workout protein, man.
pre-workout protein. You gotta, before you lift, you gotta,
It's
make sure
true.
you're ready.
Beforehand, afterwards.
Obviously. But looking around,
Wait,
Alasha.
Karka's that's a restoration.
Yep.
Help!
he doesn't
You're
know
on
that
the back of an ogre.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
when we
currently
get
way
off
out
the
of
cart.
reach.
Yeah. Which again, I'm still working on whether or not lesser restoration will cure exhaustion. I'm still saying yes at the moment.
I still say that it
Rules
just
on
needs
that.
a medicine DC.
Possible. That being said, Alasha, you and Thorn are keeping an eye on. You are the ones who kind of notice towards the edge of the forest. You see pink-skinned humanoid creature, huge, T-Rex big, with like.
Whoa.
Hold on. I'm still writing all of this down.
No worries.
Elisha scribbling rapidly, like,
Let me know you've caught up.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Go on. Huge pink humanoid creature.
It's got patchwork hair. Like it looks like almost like the hair's been like ripped out in patches. That's very short, probably because he's done this more than once. Let's see here. Just making sure about one other piece of this. With another entity, much like thicker hair, like comes down like to their shoulders, kind of shadowing some of their faces. They're like not
Same size.
the same size, yes. Main
course,
difference between them is that one of them is somewhat gaunt, and is like you hear like a kind of soft shackling as it's like shifting, like scratching
Which
at
one
its
is
arms.
gaunt?
The one that's scratching at his arms is shifting back and forth. The other one is like
is that the one with the patchwork hair?
Yeah, that's
yes,
what I need to know.
that's one with the patchwork
Okay.
hair. The other ones are like a lot heavier, set, like thicker. It's just like looking for. It's just like he's saying something. You can't make it out, but he's saying something like pointing to us, and the other one's like it's like getting like
Bramble, can
a
you?
thick
Bramble.
saliva that's just going down. You can't hear what it's saying. It's
Okay.
not like it, they're like
That's why-
talking out loud. It's like a whisper.
That's what I was gonna ask if Bumble can hear.
Not from
Never
this
mind.
distance. Yeah, and he's like pointing to the village like.
I'll whisper something in Karg's ear.
I had to stop myself.
He just goes, "What if you stop the cart rapidly and use the big guy as a projectile at one of these things?"
Karg slowly turns to look at Cheshire.
Don't give him ideas. Shit.
Alright, I'm gonna roll another thing now.
Shit.
Ellie will kill you.
We're still on the shoulders of this creature.
Yes,
One of
yes,
He,
we
he
are.
doesn't know that. I
Thank
thought you guys
very
got back
much.
on. He grabs the
We didn't
reins
get a
slowly
chance to because you immediately shoved a unicycle in front of
and
him.
pulls on the cart and starts moving towards the hill giants.
Oh no!
Idiotic son of a gun.
I rolled to see if he would be like that idea
Tempted.
on a d20. He rolled.
He got one, didn't he? Oh. Yeah, look.
I mean, you have to look. You're the one
I
barely
know.
at them.
I know.
Speaking of, the leader and Ellie, with your perception check, you notice that closer to the wall, you see two forms that are slamming rocks against the wall, trying to break it down. You see that they're being hit by arrows every so often. It does not appear that there's
Oh, here,
a
hold on, by the way.
significant guard to push them back.
I'll roll
as-
those during the rest.
What? Oh, the hit dice.
Oh,
Yep, no worries.
yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't get a long rest. Yeah, but there's not enough to actually push them away, and you can actually see that they've got a big enough hole that they're starting to try and shove themselves through. And one of them's actually like partway in it, like slamming his fist against the wall because it's kind of clear he's stuck.
Oh dear.
He's stuck on the wall?
Yeah, he's trying to shove himself through a hole that he made in the wall.
Oh,
He's like
I thought
got
he,
one arm
clipped
through.
I was like,
And he's like,
done.
this isn't Bethesda.
I was
Sorry,
like, what are you
this isn't
doing?
Bethesda. He's not clipping through. All right,
What
so
if that's his power though? What if you try to teleport and he's stuck now for a second?
this is why you don't
Like-
fast travels when there are enemies nearby.
Oh, I thought I was gonna make a Nightcrawler reference. He's like he didn't speculate that he could teleport far enough. He got
You got
Can
stuck.
you genuinely do that?
yeah, Nightcrawler. If he can't see where he's teleporting, if he tries to teleport through a wall, he can accidentally just get stuck in a wall.
Does he die or does he just?
It's not like clipping with
It
Bethesda.
hasn't.
You occupy
Not
the
yet.
same space.
It hasn't happened.
Yeah, he hasn't done it yet.
Okay.
That being said, as you guys are barreling in, you see, these 4 giants, and as he's not exactly being stealthy about it. The one giant looks up at you all. You guys are barreling towards it with a ogre at the back, ready to be basically drifted into these 2 as a battering ram. That's where we're going to end the session.
Motherfucker!
Very nice.
That's a great place to end that. Just being like, oh no.
As we can say, Cheshire's putting on the mask.
I mean, I imagined as much. Like, I imagined as much as soon as it's like, I figured it was like held action, just slap that thing on, be ready to roll. But you're heading at hill giants. You decided to engage. I'm like,
It was, it was either like we either engage or a city blows up. Choose.
Yep. And you guys decided, we hear bells. After them. I'm just sitting here like, these poor bugbear had no idea what they were getting into.
Mm.
You will
I did
have
not
earned-
expect the unicycle to work.
When you rolled the 18, I'm like, the DC that I put in my head was like 20. I'm like, it's probably not gonna work. I'm like, what if more than one? He's not the only one in the car. Okay, I'll lower it down if more than one of them rolls above a 15. 2 of them did. I'm just sitting here like, what? This is impossible. This is impossible. And they didn't have to say anything. He's like, we get it. And then they started slapping it on, and that you made a unicycle.
Stupidity knows no language.
Stupidity knows no language, but insanity is forever and for everyone. Oh, goodness gracious. That was amazing. Like, I wasn't sure, like, when I had them show up, I'm like, this could go so many ways. I'm like, how are you guys going to approach this? Because I'm like, obviously, in character, it's clear that you guys don't know much about bugbears. Or giants, except for Alasha, who knows 22 amount of giants.
I've probably met a few bugbears.
Possibly. But you didn't actually roll to see if you knew anything about that.
I
but
was sleeping and not paying attention
you
for
were
the
in the
entirety
cart.
of it.
You were in the cart to
To be
stare.
fair, I'm probably just realizing that these people have a lot of hair.
You're probably just realizing that they exist. And actually, I just rolled myself to see if you would know. Yeah, you do. You know what they are. On the die, with advantage, you rolled a 19 plus 1, so you rolled a 20. You definitely have seen them before.
I'm never gonna roll this good in one night again.
This night's been insane for you. I'm just like, what are your rolls? Like, you rolled a 2 and gotten an 18, but that was with Shuffle. That was with Cheshire. With Cheshire, he's like,
When
Okay.
having Butterfingers is a good thing.
yeah, apparently. But yeah, that was fun. Next time, I am going to try and use rhythm to at the very least get some ambiance music, because I want some fight music. I do. I really miss it. I like ambiance.
You know the best part about this, Don?
Hmm.
It's going to be impossible to tell for me right now on whether Ellie's going to be pissed you used the rock essentially from a catapult or exhilarated.
Woo! Yeah, get him.
Shuffle Cheshire figured accelerated.
That's probably why he was like, "This is a good idea." Karg rolls. This is a great idea. Deja vu. We will throw you at this thing here.
We don't have a Stewie. Yes or no on Sunday game for this week? I forget.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
That's
I'm
this
trying to
week.
remember if it's been a week or 2 weeks.
This is the second week.
Okay. Good to know.
So yes, we do have a game that we run on Sundays, which is where we have Salute the Sun, and we have a lot of fun with our Healy bunch of friends who have discovered wargs in the woods. That would have been a great title name.
I
Saga.
1v1 1-1.
Yep. And it's kind of clear that like Ellie is proof that you guys can face some pretty strong stuff. That's why I wasn't well, like when I first like rolled in to see what you guys was mean, like I don't know if four giants might be a little bit much. And then I saw Ellie just be like, haha, you can't hit me. I'm just like, this is more than enough. This is fine. You
To be fair, she has a smaller AC than me.
True.
Yeah, because your con's her.
Yeah, that's true as well. What can you do but improvise, adapt, overcome, and wreak havoc? 'Cause that's half the fun.
Ooh, can I also say I prepared one other thing? Because to figure I would have done it before I put the mask on, because it's something bigger. Armor of Agathis.
Because it can last for an hour, I'll say yeah. I'll
Oh.
allow it. But thank you everyone so much for watching. If you're watching this from YouTube, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know what you like.
Smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button if you want to keep up with our content, because we've got a lot of it. We've got a lot of it. Got Temptations of I'd say. We have Sorcery and Secrets. We have Elements in Shadow. We have Salute the Sun. We've got D&D out the wazoo. Eventually I'll get what Team Comp as the actual name for the channel so that we can have that set. But until then, we're
Streaming
working
on
on it.
One Shot?
Hmm?
You gonna stream on One Shot?
Is that the Goblin one?
Yeah.
Currently, I still have time for that, so I mean, I might. We might have a
I will
Goblin one
allow
shot.
it.
We might stream that one shot. You might see that on YouTube. We don't know yet. We gotta get there first.
The
Gotta see.
working title of it is Everyone Fucking Panic. That's the working title. Because it seems fitting.
It does seem fitting, yeah. But
Panic!
we'll see what happens, won't we? In the meantime, though, thank you all so much. You've all been amazing people. And we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Bye bye.